making it through. Whatever happens today is largely irrelevant in terms of the playoff picture. Personal pride at stake for both of these teams. This is the lineup for the next couple of hours. The 4 games involved in the final standings of Group C. Rosa Bamberg against Iberostar Tenerife topping the bill. A game here between two teams who are going to miss out. It was always going to be difficult. Neither of these teams have been to the playoffs of the Basketball Champions League in the past. They have played in the competition before, but once again, this is where their season ends. This is what it looks like at the moment in this group, with Tenerife leading the way along with Nymburk. Both of those teams on 24 points. 3 behind them are Nizhny Novgorod and Peristeri Windmasters. That is what Group C looks like at the moment. So all 4 of those teams have made it through to the next phase. The other 4 teams are not going to be involved in the playoffs, including these 2, of course, Mornar and Gaziantep. This is the Mornar Bar roster. Looking ahead to this final group game. A couple of key names to keep an eye on there include Marcotta, the number 25, Damir Marcotta, centre, who has featured in all 13 of the regular season games so far. Nemanja Vranjes, the number 41, scored 26 points last week as the Mornar Bar team were beaten by Nymburk, who are one of the 4 teams progressing to the next phase. Well, for Gaziantep, this is what their roster looks like. It's a little thin on the ground at the moment. Stevan Jelovac's a key man for them. He is a player who has featured in all 13 of the regular season games so far. 18 points in the defeat to Nizhny, 7 rebounds there as well. Jason Rich averaging almost 14 points per game. Another player who's been so important to them. Ultimately, though, his contribution not enough to challenge the top 4 positions in this group. So the focus for these 2 teams really is all about pride, personal pride, professional pride, and finishing as high up in the group as they possibly can. Gaziantep playing in the regular season for only the 2nd time. In the 2017-18 season, they recorded 4 wins in the regular season. They can match that with a victory here at home this evening in the last game of the regular season. They didn't play in the competition last year or in the 2016-17 edition. Mornar Bar played in the very first edition of the Basketball Champions League back in the 2016-17 season, won just 3 of their regular season games. They come through 1 round of qualifying as well. They finished bottom of their group. They lost in qualifying the following year. Last year they didn't play, so on paper at least this is their best ever performance in the Basketball Champions League. 4-9 record for them coming into this last game. And they did get the better of Gaziantep at home back in week 7. Crucially though, Mornar Bar have only managed victories at home in this season's competition. They've won 4 out of 7 at home, but 0-6 record on the road. So that is something they'll want to put right, get that first away win in this season's Basketball Champions League. So ultimately, a slightly disappointing campaign for both of these teams, and they'll be desperate to end on a high. Several issues to be resolved over the next couple of days in the Basketball Champions League. A number of teams have already secured their place in the next phase. Group A and Group B do still have a couple of issues to resolve in terms of who is going through and who is missing out on the playoffs. Groups C and D are pretty much all wrapped up. There is obviously the final standings to be determined, but the 8 teams from those 2 groups that are going through to the playoffs are already confirmed. This is your refereeing team in tonight's game. Can Mornar Bar get that first ever win on the road in this season's competition? Gaziantep with 3 wins. They did get 1 away win. That was against VF Riga of Latvia in week 4. The other 2 wins did come here at home. Nizhny back in week 6 and again VF Riga at home back in week 11. Gaziantep, the only team to have been beaten by the Latvian side, Riga. Mornar Bar, rather, the only team to have been beaten by Riga. That was in the away game. And this is their starting 5. Pavic, Waller, Vranjes, Hunt and Whitehead making up the starting 5 for the Montenegrin team. Vranjes, as I mentioned, put in a good display last week. What was ultimately a disappointing end. They were beaten on the road. Mihailo Pavicevic, Mornar Bar's head coach, hoping he can write off this Basketball Champions League campaign with a victory. Turkish team looking for their 3rd home win of the season. And this is their starting 5. Hashiyeva, Vasilauskas, Chinko, Jason Rich and Metehan Akiel making up the starting 5. Jason Rich, as I mentioned, averaging almost 14 points per game. He's been an important player for them. It's his 11th appearance in the Basketball Champions League this season. Steven Jelabats is going to be one to look out for, though. 18 points in the last game and 7 rebounds in their defeat to Nizhny. And he has featured in every game so far in this competition, so he is likely to make a contribution over the next couple of hours. And there is Nenad Markovic, who's Gaziantep's head coach. Just a few minutes remaining. A few moments remaining before we get underway in the Basketball Champions League once again for the final time. We will see these 2 teams in action this season. Playoffs are just around the corner. Final words from the coaches. Both will be desperate to wrap up with a win. Can Mornar Bar make it a double over their opponents? They have beaten Gaziantep in this season's competition already. That was in the home game in Bar in Montenegro. We are just about ready to get underway. Playing for position in the group. Gaziantep, the home team, of course, in the white. Mornar Bar, the visiting team, in the blue. So it is game day 14 in the Basketball Champions League, the last game day of the regular season. Gaziantep and Mornar Bar playing out this dead rubber effectively in Group C. Both teams have no chance of making the playoffs. Mornar Bar looking to make the early contribution to the scoreboard, and the first foul called. And the influential Vranjes getting involved nice and early here. Drawing the first foul, going to the line, missing his first free throw as well. Does knock down the second, and Mornar Bar up and running. Standout performer for Mornar Bar in their defeat last week to Nymburk. Gaziantep looking to respond here. This is Jason Rich, goes for the three-point attempt, no good. Expect him to be involved heavily in this game. Another three-point attempted, and this time it is a good one from Vasilauskas. Three-pointer for him, and Gaziantep take a two-point lead early on in this first quarter. A super pass, and what a finish as well from Dario Hunt. Great response here from Mornar Bar, who tie the game. Foul called once more. Waller is the man penalised. Jason Rich, another three-point attempt coming. This one is no good. Tied it up here by Whitehead. Whitehead with a little no-look pass, the handoff, and a couple of attempts missed by Mornar Bar to add to that scoreboard. Comes to nothing in the end. Out in the corner now for another three-point attempt. Gaziantep are certainly testing their range early on in this game. Plenty of three-point efforts on the home side. Foul's been called once more. Drawn by Akiel. The fouls early on, and scrambled, kept alive. Gaziantep still makes something of this. A little bit untidy in these early stages from both teams. Good steal though, good recovery from Gaziantep. Maybe they will finally make something of this. Nicely put away. Shieva getting his first points of the game. Gaziantep with a 5-3 lead. Nice bounce pass in to Dario Hunt, who draws the foul. It will be yet another trip to the line here for Mornar Bar.
Gaziantep basketbolda 41 numara Mete Haken yerine 13 numara Stefan Yalovat oyunda.
So Hunt with the challenge from the foul line. Stefan Yalovat has just made his way onto the court. He's been involved in every single game for Gaziantep this season's Basketball Champions League. 2 from 2 from the line for Dario Hunt. 2.5 minutes gone in the first quarter, tied at 5 points all. The offensive foul. Zar Whitehead drawing the foul there for Mornar Bar. Here's Whitehead. Cross-court pass, and the three-point attempt is good. Vranjes with his first three of the night. Mornar Bar take a 3-point lead. Vranjes already having an early say in this game. 4 points for him. As Gaziantep look to respond. Handoff doesn't quite work out. Here come Mornar Bar again. The no-look pass for the three-point attempt. No good though. Missed opportunity. So Gaziantep respond at the other end of the court. An easy layup and 2 points. Vasilevskis, who takes his personal tally up to 5. Here come Gaziantep again, and they've taken the lead. It's another layup, this time from Asieva. Whitehead. Scored in quick succession there by the home team as Vranjes goes for another three. Did well to keep it alive. This is Dario Hunt. He can't keep hold of it. Turnover. Gaziantep on the move. Three-point attempt once more. No good. Hunt with the rebound. Here is Whitehead. Gonna spin away. Draws the foul.
Gaziantep basketbolda sarılması Vasilevskis, mağlup oyuncu.
Vasilevskis. The player penalised. Whitehead. Oh, nails it. Three-pointer from Isaiah Whitehead. Good start to the game here. The opening 5 minutes have been pretty even so far. Nice bounce pass and nice finish as well from Yellowbats. Getting involved nice and early. Having not started this game, tends to make a contribution. His tally up and running now as Mornar Bar look to respond. Pavic is there and Pavic makes it count. Second assist for Waller as Gaziantep respond with 2 more of their own. Vasilevskis making the layup. 5 points for him. 13 apiece here. Pass into Pavic, but the foul had already been called. To Pavic, drawing the foul there. Fails to make the first free throw. Fails with his second attempt as well. It's Rich. Three-point attempt from the far side. Claimed the rebound there. Still all tied up. This pass inside here and thrown down by Dario Hunt. No mistake from Hunt. His dunk makes it a 2-point lead again, 6 points. Well, Dario Hunt, the floated effort is missed and Mornar Bar can counter quickly. So pass intended for Whitehead didn't reach him. Taken instead by Ulusoy. And it'll be a simple layup, really well executed Hasiyeva getting involved again. Getting plenty of points early on. It's good for him, 4 from 5 from the field for Hasiyeva.
Gaziantep basketbolda 1 numara İsmail Çavuğlu'nun yerine 44 numara Çavuğlu oyunda.
To the foul line for Whitehead here. Through the foul. Bar with that 2-point lead now. Mornar Bar, a little over 2.5 minutes left in the first quarter, lead by 2, 17-15. Whitehead for 3, gets it. No mistake at all from Isaiah Whitehead. Suddenly Mornar Bar opening up a little bit of an advantage here. Gaziantep will look to respond. Rich with the 3-point attempt at the other end, it's good. Jason Rich draining the 3. Instant response as he gets his first point of the game. Sejovic, did well. Sejovic making no mistake with that one. A nice hooked finish. Montenegrin international, of course, was part of the team that went to the Basketball World Cup in China back in September. Whitehead penalised. Rich driving in, and the layup is a good one. Jason Rich, he's starting to get going here. He's got 5 points now. Gaziantep back to within 2 of their Montenegrin opponents. Here is Dario Hunt, who's been pretty influential early on. Into the corner for Bjelica, who drains the 3. Bjelica, another of those who was involved in World Cup action a couple of months back. For Montenegro, he's helped his team to a 5-point lead again as Gaziantep are able to respond. Chinko banking that one in. Step back. Floated effort from Dario Hunt is no good. It's Jason Rich. A few seconds left on the shot clock. Nice finish that. A putback. Is perfectly judged. Elevance getting involved again as the buzzer goes for the end of the first quarter. And a pretty competitive opening period from these two teams who are not going to progress beyond the regular season, but it's a one-point game at the end of the first. Mornar Bar leading Gaziantep by 25 points to 24. So a very competitive first quarter between Gaziantep and Mornar Bar. 25-24, the visiting team lead, but Bielica has an uncontested dunk to add another 2 to the scoreboard. And Mornar Bar open up a 3-point advantage. Bielica really didn't have to do too much there. It's pretty straightforward as the response comes from Gaziantep. Tremendous response, the three-pointer from Ogut ties the game. There's Dario Hunt trying to add to his personal tally, one of 3 Mornar Bar players involved in the full 10 minutes of that first quarter. Ogut again for 3, no carbon copy from him. Now Rich. Jason Rich looking to add to his 5 points. Oh, he's got it alone. Couldn't quite get it to go. It's almost perfect there from Jason Rich. Sheovic. Nice pass. Oh, and the dunk is missed. Bielica felt that he might have been impeded. No foul called. Rich is going to get the three-point shot away, but he had his foot on the line. He's out of bounds. Must have just stepped back on it ever so slightly. All tied, 27 points each. It's been a terrific contest this so far.
Jason Rich faul yapan oyuncu.
A little under 2 minutes gone in the second quarter. The shot needs to be taken quickly here. Sheovic has lost it. Turnover, and away come Gaziantep. A no-look pass, and the foul is called. Kiel drawing the foul here. The unsportsmanlike foul as well from Ilan Jelenic. That's the call from the referee, and can't really have any arguments there. So Akiel, the chance from the line, couple of free throws coming his way. He's missed both of them. It's been a while since Gaziantep were in the lead. They took a 1-point lead in the first quarter to go 9-8 in front. Since then, they've either been level or behind. Bielitsa with the space and the time to line up the three-pointer, which he knocks down. Lovely pass to him as well by Tabia Waller. Certainly been racking up the assists in this game. He's played a big part so far. Bielitsa's contribution is turning into a significant one as well. 8 points for him. Waller with 4 assists now. Mornar Bar leading by 3. 30 points to 27. All good. Manages to get his shot away, can't get it to go. A lot of three-point attempts from the home team, not having quite the success that they would like. Foul called. Vujasevic, the player penalised. Offensive foul there. Timeout has been called. First time out of the game. Called by Gaziantep, who do still trail here. 3 points in it. It's 27 points to 30.
You are standing here. This guy is going. Switch this. Don't switch. You understand? Okay, tell me I understand. Let's play this pick and pop for Stevan. Okay, Stevan, go for the letter. Okay. Stevan! Stevan! 5, 4, okay. Knee down, hand off. Now, pick and pop, key rolls. Okay? No 3-point shot. Back, yes, back door. One more. Wait.
Hadi baba, hadi. Hadi en hadi.
First time out of the game. Gaziantep look to get themselves in front here. They've tied it up with that three-point attempt. That is the perfect response. Yelabat's has 7 points. He is so crucial to them. An offensive foul called again here. Great defensive work there by Mornar Bar. Terrific work by Waller, third block for Mornar Bar. Waller's had a really good game so far, but Mornar Bar are powerless to stop the three-point attempt. And Gaziantep finally lead Vasilauskas with his second three-pointer of the game. 33-30 now. There's Bjelica, did well to keep hold of the ball there. Jelenic, Bjelica goes for the three. He's under a bit of pressure, couldn't get it to go. Mornar Bar almost recovering possession. Jelenic a little unfortunate. Another foul called. So approach the halfway stage at this second quarter. Oh, but it was barging into Sheovic. The officials not happy with that. I might go and have a look at this. Let's review the incident. Good coming across there. Maybe just trying to determine whether there was an attempt to win possession or whether it's an unsportsmanlike foul. That's exactly what they've determined here.
Karşılıklı sportmenlik dışı faul kararı.
And Sheovic has also received an unsportsmanlike foul. So one apiece there. Both players effectively with the unsportsmanlike foul, cancelling each other out. So it continues. Sheovic, travelling called against the Montenegrin international. Frustrating few moments for him. There it is. Bit of travelling. Crucial interception there by Jelenic. Managed to intercept the pass. Mornar Bar have just lost a little bit of momentum in this second quarter. Started the second quarter quite brightly. Been a slightly faded contribution from them since then. Time running out here for Gaziantep to get the shot away. They do get it away in time. The rebound is claimed well, though. Here's Whitehead. It's been impressive so far this evening. Three-point attempt, no good. Jelevats claiming the rebound. And the three-pointer knocked down at the other end by the same player, Stevan Jelevats. Absolutely draining that one. Double digits for him now, 10 points. He always does make such a big contribution. And he's opened up the lead to 6 points for Gaziantep, their biggest lead of the game so far. It's quickly cut down to 4. The put back there from a Marcotta. Four-point game. Marcotta with his first points. He's featured in every single one of the regular season games in the Basketball Champions League for Mornar Bar this season. Gaziantep just seem to be finding their rhythm. The shot right on the buzzer, and then it's put away by Hashieva, who draws the foul. And this is exactly what Gaziantep would have been looking for in response to a slow start. This second quarter, called a timeout fairly early on and just seemed to have re-established their position in this game. Hashieva knocks down the free throw to make it 11 personal points for him. Second player to make it into double digits alongside Yelovats, of course. It's a 7-point lead. Biggest lead of the game so far. Mornar Bar did have a 5-point advantage at one stage in the first quarter, leading 20 points to 15. Less than 3 minutes to go in the first half. Whitehead. 3-point attempt, no good again. Well claimed by Dario Hunt, though. He draws the foul. 6 points so far for Hunt. The free throws for Hunt. This is the first one. And this is the second as well. Mornar Bar have added just 7 points to their total since the start of the second quarter. There'll be frustration from their point of view. They are starting to fall behind here. Gaziantep have opened up a 9-point lead. 10-point turnaround since the start of the second quarter, but a great response. Mornar Bar needed that 3-pointer. Whitehead moves into double digits. He's had a pretty decent game, 3 rebounds, 2 assists, and now 11 points in total. Another 6-point game again, as Jason Rich looks to respond with a 3 of his own. Jason Rich bagging his second 3 of the game. And it's now a 9-point advantage. Vranjes. And Mornar Bar respond. Vranjes for 3, gets it. And they just seem to have found their range again. Nemanja Vranjes with his second 3-pointer. Both of these teams seem happy to go for those long-range attempts. Jason Rich has lost possession. Mornar Bar will look to take full advantage. Time to line up another 3-point attempt, uncontested, and it is a big contribution from Waller that has helped Mornar Bar get back into this game. His first points of the night. He's got 4 assists as the timeout is called. And it's back to a 3-point game here. Gaziantep leading by 44 points to 41.
accuracy. One big 3-point shot. Extra pass 3-point shot. Another big 3-point shot. Come on. He gets 2 minutes of good basketball. We have 9 points up. And we need to start to cough immediately.
So Gaziantep got their lead cut from 9 to 3. A little bit of time left in this first half to try and re-establish a bigger advantage, and that three-point attempt is successful. It's really been the story of the latter part of the second quarter for Gaziantep. They've really found their rhythm. And the foul called. Yes. Making the most of those free throws, knocking them both down. 4-point game. So I'm almost up here in the first half. It's been a pretty even game, it's been a good contest. These two teams may not have anything to play for in terms of the competition itself, but let's look at a guard on a high. Mornar Bar are looking for their first win on the road in this season's competition.
Mornar Bar, timeout.
The timeout has been called. And Mornar Bar.
You roll.
Just a few seconds remaining in this first half. Mornar Bar may have the final say of this second quarter. Three-pointer would get them to within one of their opponents heading into the second half. How will they execute these final few seconds? Three-point attempt is no good. Rebound has not been claimed, and the shot is not taken. They didn't have enough time to get a second attempt away there. Marcotta felt that maybe he was impeded there. Nothing doing according to the officials, and that is the half-time score. A 4-point lead for the hosts, 47-43. Gaziantep lead against the Montenegrin side, Mornar Bar. It was the visiting team who made the slightly better start. And we're ahead by one. Half gets underway. We will be back for full coverage of the second half in this Group C game of the 2019-20 Basketball Champions League season.
With an opportunity here to take the lead at halftime. McKissick flies in. Oh my goodness, quite possibly for the play of the half. Dunk puts it in, and we see the real Shaquille McKissick.
Angola now skips it to Sealer. Sealer, little crossover, little step back. Oh, wonderful handle by the big man. My goodness me, and both teams have opened the game exactly the same way with a statement of intent. Two big dunks on either end.
Just pass. Well, they give up the baseline, and Sidness goes in. He gets rejected by Pearl. Pearl defensively tonight has a couple of swats, and that one was right out of the top drawer.
One-handed pass into the corner. Can't get it to go, but a big time throwdown by Dalton. Hayden Dalton.
Benite goes in, he gets the rebound. Oh, goes behind his back. He puts it up. Are you kidding me? Vitor Benite is exceptional tonight. He is just making almost everything that he throws up. Look at this.
Foul called. Crosses over. Sigel behind the back pass. Oh, what a play. Jorman Bartolo, that is just beautiful. Left hand with a crushing dunk all over Hapoel Jerusalem right there. Just out of nothing, he took off and threw it down. Tony Roten. Now he goes off the dribble, and Terry with a big swat. Just throws it back in Simpson's face. Can they get the three? Just shot. Oh my goodness! Emmanuel Terry is taking this game over. That's awesome.
4 seconds left, the three-pointer to win it, yes! Tyler Stone! It's not over yet.
Drives inside, oh my word, Chris Dow. That is special. That is really special from Chris Dow.
Welcome back to Gaziantep. Halfway through this final game in Group C. Two teams who won't be going to the playoffs in this season's Basketball Champions League. Two teams who are certainly competing to try and secure that one last victory. In Mornar Bar's case, it would be a first away win of the current season. For Gaziantep, it's about matching their only previous record in the Basketball Champions League regular season of 4 wins. Mornar Bar leading for much of the first quarter and the early stages of the second, but Gaziantep have responded really well, and they currently have the lead going into the second half. Very satisfying second quarter from their point of view. 23 points added to the tally. 5-point swing from the 1-point deficit that they suffered in the first quarter. Mornar Bar, though, have been relying on this man, Isaiah Whitehead. His contribution has been pretty significant. As you can see, 11 points, 3 rebounds, 4 assists for Mornar Bar's number 11. Good all-round display from him. Certainly the standout player as far as the visiting team are concerned. Shieva, 14 points for Gaziantep. Sinauskas, as you can see, with 4 rebounds and 5 assists, has been one of the key players for the home team as they fought back from 5 points down at one stage in the first quarter. And trailing by 20 points to 15. Shieva, 14 points, 1 3-pointer in there, 5 from 7. It's a 2-point attempt record. So overall a 6 from 10 field goal success rate, 1 from the foul line. Getting closer to the start of the third quarter. A reminder that the Basketball Champions League season ends for these two teams tonight. None of them will be progressing. In fact, this Group C, is all tied up in terms of who goes through to the playoffs and who misses out. Vefriga and Gaziantep and Mornar Bar are all going to miss out, having really struggled to pick up victories in the competition this season. Rosa Bamberg also missing out, despite having won 6 of their opening 13 games. Even a win for them this evening wouldn't quite be enough. As it turns out, they are winning as well. The halfway stage against Iberostar Tenerife, former winner of this competition. 38-34, the half-time score in that one. Vefriga, one of the teams who won't be going through to the playoffs, are winning in their game as well at the halfway stage. Only by 2 points, though, against Nizhny Novgorod, who are going to be progressing to the next phase. The other game is between Nymburk and Peristeri. It's a 2-point game there as well. All games really tight in this group today. Plenty of competitive action in the Basketball Champions League. Both of these teams playing for plenty of pride here. We're almost ready to get underway in the second half. So third quarter underway in Gaziantep, Turkey. 47-43, the host lead against Mornar Bar of Montenegro. And straight away, Jason Rich looking to get some points on the board. It does drop for him eventually. A 6-point lead now for Gaziantep. Move on to 49 points. Mornar Bar will look to respond. Zehovic handing it off to Dario Hunt, who throws it down. And he does draw the foul in the process. A 3-point play possibility here. Jason Rich is penalised. His foul will lead to a free throw. And that is a positive start from Mornar Bar in this third quarter. 3-point game. 9 points now for Dario Hunt, 3 rebounds for him. On top of that, it's Ogut. Well, the shot was taken just in time. It was one that had to be taken quickly. It was a pretty difficult one as well for Ulusoy. And backed in off the glass by Whitehead. Here's Jason Rich. 3 seconds left on the shot clock, and Jason Rich has knocked down the 3. His contribution now a significant one, 13 points. His third 3 of the game. It's turned over here by Gaziantep. They're just starting to motor once again here in this third quarter. Here's Jason Rich, averaging almost 14 points a game, and he's approaching that average now. Here's Ogut. Rich needs to find a way through, gets it to Ogut, who puts up the shot, can't get it to go. 24-second violation. Now Gaziantep can hold on to this lead and secure the win here. They would end the regular season with the same record as their opponents, and this is going to be an uncontested layup. To make it a 6-point game once again. Ulusoy wasn't ever going to miss that one. Here's Jason Rich again. Rich poised on the edge, looking for any opportunity to get a 3-point shot away. Kiel drawing the foul from Nemanja Vranjes. Ulusoy. Time to line up the 3-point attempts. It is no good for Makiel. He's been unable to add to the 2 points he's racked up so far. 1 from 5 from the field for him. Turned over here. No-look pass, and there's the foul. Makiel drawing the foul from Whitehead, and a chance to go to the line. Makiel making no mistake with his first free throw. This would give Gaziantep an 8-point lead. He has missed it. So it remains at 7. So Sejovic. There's Dario Hunt. 3-point attempt is good. Sejovic knocks it down. He's not had his most influential performance so far. But that's a big 3 points. And keeps Mornar Bar in touch this third quarter. Both teams have added 8 points to the scoreboard since the second half began. Here's Jason Rich again. Out to the far side, the three-point attempt, good. Knocked down by Ogud. Gaziantep keeping their opponents at arm's length at the moment. Ogud's second three's had plenty of attempts. 2 from 7, as you can see there. Crucially making that one though. Whitehead looks for a way through. Really good play from Whitehead. Drawing the foul again. Jason Rich. Whitehead can't make the free throw count. We have a 5-point game. Nice bounce pass, and there is the foul drawn. Akiel will get another chance to go to the line. Dario Hunt is the player penalised. Once again, he makes the first and misses the second, but this might actually work out better for Gaziantep if they can get another shot away here. It's Akiel. Waits for the right opportunity from the corner. It's no good from Jason Rich. It's a beautiful pass to him from Ogud. There's Sajovic. 19 three-pointers in this game. The Bar have been more accurate, although have knocked down one less. It's pretty much even though. In terms of success rate, here's Rich driving in, get it out wide, another three-point attempt, and another one that's been missed here. Sajovic, he knocked one down a little while ago, but has missed that one. Rich drawing the foul from Nemanja Vranjes there. It'll have 4 minutes left in the third quarter. Gaziantep got decent control of this game at the moment. Novaks can't make that one count though, can't add to his 10 points. Sajovic, a player you feel could make a difference here as Dario Hunt looks for a way through, draws the foul. Trip to the line for him.
Dario Hunt ilk atış başarılı bir servis dışına kullanacak.
Fails with his second attempt there, Dario Hunt, so still the 5-point difference. Nothing much has changed really since half-time. Oh, good. In for the three-point attempt, it's no good. Very well claimed. Turned over here. Gaziantep. 3 minutes to go. The offensive foul called this time, though. As much as Gaziantep have looked to be in control in this third quarter, they haven't been able to just put their foot on the gas and get away from their opponents. The game's still very much in the balance, you feel. 5-point game. Dario Hunt with another layup. Points for him now, 4 from 7 from the field. Latest player into double digits. Whitehead, his teammate, is currently on 15. It's a 3-point game. Gaziantep have just been a little bit wasteful in the last few minutes. We need this to drop, really. A 3-point attempt, it's no good, and Bielica claims the rebound. A bit of a spring in the step now of the Mornar Bar players as they look to get closer to their opponents. It's a missed attempt though from Jelenic. That would have tied the game with 2 minutes left in the third. Oh, good, looking to respond, and does respond. And how does he respond? Another 3-pointer to add to the collection. 3 from 9 now. He's taken plenty of attempts. Now has 9 points in total as Bielica. It's 2 to Mornar Bar's total. To make it a 4-point game again. We really are right back where we were at half-time. Nothing has shifted. Possession wasted there by Mornar Bar as foul is called. Bielica penalised. It's another missed free throw. Vasilevskas does make the second of those. Both teams shooting at below 50% when it comes to the free throw line. Both might be a little disappointed with that. Jelenic, Sejovic, Vranjes. Can't get it to go. The ball's stuck. The foul had been called anyway. Marcotta drawing the foul. If he makes all 3 of these free throw attempts, then we have a very tight game on our hands. Once more, 3-point game at the moment. 2 from 2 from the line for David Marcotta. Well, no mistake. Oh, good. To the final minute of the third quarter here. Floated up and kept alive briefly, and then wasted possession again. And Mornar Bar might get the opportunity here to tie the game or even go in front. Might go into the final quarter with a lead. Searching for that first away win in the Basketball Champions League this season. Jelenic goes for it and misses. The Gaziantep escape. Final 20 seconds here. Up for the three-point attempt and knocked down in style. What a way to end the quarter there for Gaziantep. Hasieva has been so influential in this game. 17 points for him now, but that three-pointer has given his team a big boost ahead of the fourth quarter. It's only 5 points, but it is a lead for the hosts, 66-61. Gaziantep lead at the end of the third. Well, fourth quarter on the way. Still all to play for, but it is the hosts who have the advantage going into this final 10-minute period. Are they going to end their Basketball Champions League campaign with a win? Gaziantep up by 5, 66-61. Five-point lead then. As the hosts in the white look to extend their advantage, and what a way to do so. What a play. And what a finish. Makiel. Vasilevskis with the assist there. 7-point lead. And this is where Mornar Bar have to be careful, but that will help. Big three knocked down. Crucial response there from Whitehead, who's had a brilliant game. 18 points for him. His fourth three of the contest. And we have a 4-point game again. Jason Rich. His three-point shooting has been a little hit and miss. And it's backed up by Hasieva, who draws the foul. Whitehead it is who's been penalised. The bonus free throw here for Asieva take him onto 20 points for the game, but he's missed it. So it's a 6-point game again. Gaziantep leads 70 points to 64. Šević. Nicely worked and finished well. And a foul drawn as well by Bielica. That is exactly what Mornar Bar needed.
Stefan Yelabat'a uğranan Şeva'yla oyuncu değişikliği.
The additional free throw is knocked down by Bielica. We have a 3-point game, but not for much longer. What an emphatic dunk from Akiel to make it a 5-point lead. 72-67. It's a great response from Mornar Bar. They are ensuring at the moment that things don't get out of hand, and it's been turned over. And an opportunity here for Jelenic. If he'd made that three, we'd have had a tied game. And I think actually his foot might have been just on the line, so even if it had dropped, it might have been a 1-point game. Either way, he missed it. Here's Jason Rich. Going to knock down the 3-point attempt. Couldn't get it to go. Whitehead goes for it himself. He's drawn the foul. Isaiah Whitehead has been absolutely instrumental for Mornar Bar in this game. 18 points and a trip to the foul line here. Let's see him move into the 20s. It's also an opportunity. Whitehead to tie the game. So far, so good. 2 from 2. One more to come. That's nicely done. 21 points now for Isaiah Whitehead, and the timeout is called in this fourth quarter. It is a tied game. We could be in for a thrilling finish here in Turkey. 72 points each.
Pass to this guy. Keep running. 4 men go here. 5 come here. Short throw or pick and pop and connection. You understand? Point guard is normally in the middle. Whoever cuts, go here. 5 men comes like this. 4 men dive, okay, and see. Okay? One side, zip 1, zip 2, okay?
So tied game. 72 points each. A wonderful contribution from Isaiah Whitehead, who knocked down those 3 free throws to tie the game. 21 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists for him. He could be so instrumental now. for Mornar Bar. They have to go on and win this game. Time against Gaziantep here. They need to get a shot away, and they do. On time, it's no good. And it is Whitehead who claims the rebound as well. That's a nice pass, and they're moving the ball around well. And the three-pointer is knocked down, and it's that man again. He's unstoppable tonight. 24 points. His fifth three-pointer. And Mornar Bar finally lead again. Now only by one as the gap is cut quickly. Yellowvat's making sure the momentum is halted slightly. 75-74. In for a great finish here. Jelenic has missed a few, and he's missed that one as well. Just can't seem to get it to go. Even Jelenic still looking to get his first points on the board.
Gaziantep basketbolda Erol Can Çikoğlu yerine canlı boyut önünde.
Still a one-point game. Jason Rich. The backcourt violation will really start to frustrate the home team. These kinds of instances in the fourth quarter could make all the difference in such a tie game. Turnovers 13-16 as it stands. 3 more for Mornar Bar. So another foul is called. All good. Player penalised. Second foul. Kiel is the only player in foul trouble. He's one away from missing the rest of the game. He's not on court at the moment, as the three-point attempt is missed. Rich puts up the two. Couldn't get it to go. Still Mornar Bar lead as we head into the final 5 minutes. 74-75, skipping through. Nothing on the end of it for Whitehead. Rather surprising given his record so far in this game. Another foul called here. Nicely done. 3 points on the board for Vasilauskas. It's given Gaziantep the lead again as another timeout is called by Mornar Bar, who now trail by 1. It's 76-75. A crucial few minutes coming up. Two teams who have really given it everything here, despite the fact that they know that their Basketball Champions League adventure ends tonight, whatever happens in this game. Mornar Bar trying to re-establish an advantage. They trail by 1 at the moment. The visiting team have managed to get things back on track in this final quarter, having chased the game a little bit in the second and third quarter in particular. And once again, the hosts are just starting to edge away again. Mornar Bar trailed for the whole of the third quarter, having led early on in the second. They were up 30 points to 27. Since then, they hadn't been in front until they took the lead earlier in this quarter. And it's currently back to a 1-point game. Savic will get the credit for those 2 points. Goal interference is the call. Mornar Bar down by 1, 78-77. Could be in for a really thrilling finish here. A turnover not quite completed there by Vranjes. Going to steal in there and snatch possession. Time ticking on. It's Jason Rich. Goes for the long 2, can't get it to go. Crucially, the rebound though snatched by the home team. Akiel has got to be careful, he's 1 foul away from missing out on the rest of this game. He's in court to make a contribution here. And this will suit Gaziantep, running the clock down, keeping possession, getting opportunities. And Dario Hunter's just been penalised. It's his foul. Vasilauskas can make it count. Trip to the line for him. No mistake, 2 from 2. Sarunas Vasilauskas. He's given Gaziantep a 3-point lead. Is that going to be what they require as Whitehead goes for the long 3? Given his contribution in this game, you wouldn't be surprised if he made it. Savic looking to spin and make the layup, which he does. His contribution has been more significant in the latter stages here. The layup made, taking his total to 11 points. As the dunk is missed by Akiel. One similar to that earlier in the game. So good is penalised. Another foul drawn by Whitehead. This is so finely balanced now with just 2 minutes remaining. Savic into the corner. 3-point attempts, no good. And the rebound not claimed either by Savic. Gaziantep try and punish their opponents here. Jelavats goes for the long 2, it's no good, but they have managed to reclaim possession, almost lost again. Vasilauskas. Gaziantep will keep possession. crucially running down those precious seconds.
Gaziantep basketbol bolu timeout.
Gaziantep have called the timeout. They look to manage the final 90 seconds here. They're up by 1. Thrilling finish on the way. 80 points to 79 as it stands.
Now Jason is here. Ur together with Jason. Foreman is here. Metan, you are in the middle. Okay, Sharas, give signal. Ur, open up to 3-point line. You screen for Stevan. Okay, try to come like this.
Hep birlikte çok güçlü bir alkış alabilir miyim?
So just the 1 point in it. Gaziantep with 90 seconds. Try and see this through. One slip up could cost them the game. Jason Rich looking for a way through, and he's lost it. And here is Isaiah Whitehead going it alone. Well, it looked like he was about to make that one count. Steal from Whitehead. Looks as though the officials are going to review this. Such a crucial stage of the game. That's what they're looking at. Vasilevskis, was there a foul? Maybe looking at this as well from Achiel. That's goal interference or not. Whether that's just an outstanding block from Metehan Achiel. And the decision has gone the way of Gaziantep. Mornar Bar are furious. I can understand why the officials wanted to have a look at that and make sure. And that goes down as a tremendous block. It's causing some discussion. I thought initially they were looking for a foul in the build-up there on Isaiah Whitehead. He's been so influential in this game. Nearly had his moment there to give Mornar Bar the lead. All is not lost yet. It's a big blow, though, to the visiting team. Gaziantep have escaped. Whitehead, I feel he should have got the job done there, and that three-pointer might just finish off Mornar Bar. Vasilevskis with a huge three. It's a big blow to Mornar Bar, chasing their first away win of the Basketball Champions League campaign. And now they have a 4-point deficit to overturn. They've caught the timeout. They are trailing by 83 points to 79.
You will be here. No, regular zipper. You will be here. Let's go.
Well, for Mornar Bar, there was a key moment just before that three-pointer. The incident that was reviewed by the officials, looking for the foul, or looking to see whether there had been a foul. The decision eventually was that there wasn't. And the three-pointer that followed, just painful from Mornar Bar's point of view. Whitehead's missed the layup. And is it just going to be not quite enough tonight for the Montenegrins? Gaziantep with one more score might just finish this off. 40 seconds left. Oh, good. Goes for the three, uncontested and unerring. Oh, good, knocks it down. 7-point lead. Surely that's enough. Can never rule out anything as Whitehead goes for three himself and misses, and now surely Mornar Bar's chances have gone. It's about a 4-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. And I think the two teams might just agree to see this through and run down that clock. Mornar Bar are going to end up with a 7-point defeat. Coach is already shaking hands. It's a formality now. And Gaziantep end their Basketball Champions League campaign with a win on home soil. A 7-point victory in the end, but it was actually a lot closer than that, really. Mornar Bar looked as though they might steal it at the end, but the last couple of minutes just went the way of the Turkish team. 86-79, Gaziantep secure the win on the final game day in Group C in the Basketball Champions League. Well, both teams were already eliminated. They knew they weren't going to make it through to the next phase of this competition. Both will have been disappointed with the season as a whole, but for Gaziantep it's a nice positive end to their Basketball Champions League season. Their 4th win, their 3rd at home. Mornar Bar winning 4 out of 7 at home, but they've lost now all 7 of their away games in this competition this season. Both teams playing in the regular season in the Basketball Champions League for the 2nd time. It's the first time they've come up against each other. But it's a disappointing end for them. They could have made it a double win over Gaziantep in this season's competition. Of course, they beat them at home back on game day 7. As the players leave the court, we can have a little look at the game stats, and it was pretty even all the way through. Slightly better from Gaziantep overall. 14 3-pointers. That 3-point shooting percentage really went up for them in that second half. And really from the second quarter onward, Mornar Bar just started to drift a little bit. And it was just the crucial times of the game, particularly in that fourth quarter, where it got away from them. They could have won this game. At one stage it did look as though they were going to snatch the lead with about 90 seconds to go. They would have gone 1 point clear. Instead there was a three-pointer at the other end moments later, and that really killed this as a contest. The 7-point victory is slightly flattering on Gaziantep, but they did deserve the win for the way they battled through and just about kept control of the game. Vasilevsky certainly one of the players who stood out. 16 points, 6 rebounds, 8 assists for him. While Azar Whitehead, frustratingly for him, had to settle for a huge points tally of 24, 6 rebounds and 4 assists and a steal. A great performance, but he was involved in that crucial moment right towards the end of the fourth quarter. If he'd made his layup, he would have given his team the lead. And they might just have been able to go on to win the game. Such are the fine margins in basketball at this level. It's a slight disappointing end to what was a great performance from him, and a good performance overall on the road from Mornar Bar. Once again, it means that they are going to miss out on the playoffs. It's the second time that they've ended the regular season having failed to make it through. 4-10 record is what they finish on, the same as their opponents, incidentally. Plenty of positives to take from the performance today. Gaziantep will be pleased with the way they battled back to get the victory. Trailed for much of the first quarter. It was just tight all the way through. Could have been extremely tense in the final 90 seconds or so, but it just settled down from Gaziantep's point of view. One slightly awkward moment for them when they were trying to determine whether there'd been a foul on Whitehead or not. When the officials ruled against Mornar Bar, then it did feel as though that was the end of their challenge. Some good performances overall. Jelevac once again making an important contribution, 8 rebounds and 14 points for him. 5 players getting double digits for Gaziantep, including Hashieva. 19 points for him. He played almost half an hour in total. 7 rebounds and an assist as well. 8 rebounds apiece for Akiel and Jelevac. 12 points for Ogut, all of them 3-pointers. He made 4 from 10 in the end. 13 points for Jason Rich. 16 points for Vasilevsky, who was arguably the best player on the court for Gaziantep. Whitehead were the standout performer for Mornar Bar, but they have just finished up short. And Gaziantep end their Basketball Champions League campaign with a victory.
Nerede şey? Nerede? Ya şeyle mi taşıyalım ya? Büyük şeyle mi götürelim? fotoğraf